Cardi B gave Stephon Diggs everything. Her platform, her loyalty, even a whole baby. And then Super Bowl Sunday, it ruined everything in just one night. Did he really sneak another woman into his hotel room after that loss? And why is Offset saying he won without even stepping on the field? Yeah, this story gets messy. Let's break it all down. The night everything went left. If you could freeze February 8th, 2026, pause a whole day like a DVR, and really look at what was supposed to happen, you'd see what should have been one of the biggest, most unforgettable nights of Cardi B's life. Her man, New England Patriots wide receiver Stephon Diggs, was getting ready to play in Super Bowl 60 at Levi's Stadium. And Cardi? She had been there all season. Every single week of that long, stressful roller coaster of season, she was his #1 supporter, his loudest cheerleader, his real ride or die. She showed up to freezing cold games looking like she was ready to suit up and play herself. In the stands, screaming until she had no voice left. On Instagram, hyping him up like crazy. Post after post, game after game, appearance after appearance. She helped build this big, public love story that had the whole internet watching. People were even comparing them to the only other couple getting that kind of sports and celebrity attention, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And for a minute, that comparison actually made sense. Cameras stayed on her during every game. Blogs wanted her reaction to everything. Fans were following their relationship like it was a Netflix series dropping new episodes every Sunday.
Everybody wanted to see her at the games. They wanted to know her opinions, They wanted to see her support for him.
But here's the problem with putting your relationship all over the internet. When you're busy posting cute couple pictures, talking about new chapters, showing the world how perfect everything looks, eventually, the real story shows up. And on Super Bowl Sunday, the real story didn't just show up. It kicked the door open, flipped the table, and let everybody see what was really going on behind the scenes. Before the game even started, before the first snap, before the coin even touched the field, something already felt off between them. A reporter walked up to Cardi during Super Bowl weekend and asked a very simple question, the easiest question ever. What do you want to say to Stephon before the big game? Now remember, this is the same Cardi who had been hyping this man up all season. So you would expect energy, excitement. We go to the Super Bowl. But instead, Cardi looked at the reporter and said just 2 words. Good luck. Then she turned around and walked away. Didn't smile. Didn't add anything. Didn't look back. That was it. No, that's my man. No, we about to win this. Nothing. Just good luck. 2 words that somehow said everything, while saying absolutely nothing. And if you've ever been in a relationship, you already know that tone. That energy. She was emotionally checked out before the game even started. And the internet noticed immediately. Women on social media started analyzing everything. The body language, the facial expression, the vibe. It was like a full FBI unit, but for relationships. Everybody could tell. Something had already gone wrong between them. And it happened before a single second of football was even played.
But it was not only the good luck, it was her facial expressions, it was her body language.
That kind of sudden switch doesn't just happen for no reason. And the reason? It started becoming very clear once the details began leaking out. According to several reports, one of Diggs' other baby mamas showed up to the Super Bowl with their child. She was wearing his jersey, sitting front row, like she fully belonged there. Now on its own, that might not sound that crazy. That's the mother of his child. Of course, the kid deserves to see their dad play in the biggest game of his career. But here's where it gets messy. This was reportedly a woman who had his baby before Cardi even got pregnant with Diggs' child, which means his overlapping situations were now sitting in the same stadium, breathing the same air, cheering for the same man. That's not just messy. That's next level disrespect. And it didn't stop there. Reports started spreading about another woman named Pri. She was allegedly someone Offset used to deal with, and she was spotted near secure practice areas, holding what looked like a Patriots hotel key card, which means she might have had direct access to Diggs' circle. Think about that for a second. Your ex-husband's alleged side piece, now somehow connected to your new man? You can't even write a script like that. That sounds like a reality show plot that producers would say is too unrealistic. But this was real life. Then the actual game happened, and it was a disaster. The Seattle Seahawks beat the New England Patriots 29-13. It wasn't close. It wasn't competitive. It was a straight beatdown. And Diggs? He was almost invisible on the field. a couple catches. No touchdowns. Nothing that looked like a big Super Bowl performance. Meanwhile, Cardi made a quick appearance during Bad Bunny's halftime show. It lasted maybe 2 seconds. People thought it was about to be some huge surprise collab. But after halftime, Cardi left the stadium completely. She didn't stay for the fourth quarter. She didn't wait in the tunnel after the loss. She didn't post anything supportive. She just disappeared.
You would be there, front row and center, to hold him and console him whether he's lost or he won. The fact that she left speaks volumes.
And what made Cardi leaving even crazier was what was supposed to happen after the game. She reportedly spent $1.2 million on a Super Bowl after party. Yeah, $1.2 million. All that money for a celebration that never even happened. $1,200,000 gone for a man and a night that both turned into huge losses. Then just hours after the final whistle, Cardi and Stefon Diggs unfollowed each other on Instagram. And you already know what that means in 2026. A source told Entertainment Tonight that they had recently broken up. They said the door wasn't completely closed on getting back together. But let's be real, everything about the situation was screaming this wasn't just a small argument. This felt bigger than that. And then the wildest claim of the whole night dropped. Unverified reports started saying Diggs was caught sneaking his girl best friend into his hotel room. Not the next day. Not later that week. Less than an hour after losing the Super Bowl. Now, let's be fair. That specific story has not been confirmed. No pictures, no video, no solid proof. But in the court of public opinion, it didn't matter. The damage was already done. Social media had already made up its mind. Then Cardi posted one simple, cryptic word. And everybody, from the blogs to the barbershops, knew exactly what that meant.
And it is now being announced that Stefon Diggs not only lost the Super Bowl, he also lost his girl in the same night.
She wasn't just done with the game. She was done with him. And the saddest part? They had just had a baby together. Their son was born on November 4th, 2025. Just 2 months earlier. 2 months. That baby can't even roll over yet. And his parents' relationship is already falling apart. That's heartbreaking. But here's the part everybody couldn't stop talking about. Cardi had been through this before. She already lived this same story once. And the man from that first round, he was watching all of this very closely. Every headline, every post, every rumor. And trust me, he had a lot to say. A history of heartbreak. And Offset playing the long game. To really understand why Offset's reaction hit so hard. Why it shook up timelines, group chats, comment sections, and barbershops for days. You have to understand how much Cardi went through just to leave him in the first place. This wasn't just another celebrity breakup, followed by a quick rebound. No, this was a woman who fought her way out of one of the most publicly toxic marriages in hip-hop. She had to rebuild herself, piece by piece. After all the drama, all the cheating rumors, all the public embarrassment, she thought she had finally learned her lesson. She thought she had healed. And then, with her heart wide open, believing she did the work, she walked right into another situation that might have been even worse. Out of the frying pan, straight into the fire. Cardi and Offset's relationship was always loud, dramatic, and larger than life. They secretly got married in Atlanta in September 2017. Then weeks later, Offset publicly proposed to her at a concert. Even though they were already legally married, it was big, flashy, movie-like. In 2018, their daughter culture was born, and people really believed they were building a power couple dynasty. But behind the designer outfits, the Instagram posts, and the collaborations, things were already falling apart. Videos of Offset with other women came out almost right after the wedding. And from that moment on, their marriage became a cycle. Cheating, crying on Instagram Live, making up, then more cheating, over and over again, like toxic clockwork. Cardi filed for divorce in September 2020, then took it back. In December 2023, she went on Instagram Live and said she was single. She even unfollowed him. Then in July 2024, she filed for divorce again, for real this time. By then, she was exhausted, completely done. And it wasn't just the cheating that finally broke her.
And he just makes me feel safe and very very confident and very like strong. I mean, like 2 weeks ago, I was literally having a panic attack.
Cardi paid the price for it. She opened a door she had spent months trying to lock shut. After Offset, she stayed single for 6 whole months. 6 months of being alone, healing in private, staying off the radar. For the first time in a long time, she was in constant emotional chaos. Then she let Diggs into her life. By June 2025, they were everywhere on Instagram. Yacht pictures, cute captions about new beginnings, big smiles. By September, she was sitting across from Gayle King on CBS Mornings, announcing her pregnancy to the world. She looked happy, peaceful, glowing, like she had finally found stability after years of drama. Then in November, their son was born. Was it fast? Absolutely. Maybe even too fast. But Cardi truly believed she had finally found peace. After all that chaos, she thought this was different. And that's why the red flags hit harder when they started piling up. Because this wasn't just some random athlete with a small, messy past. Diggs had at least 6 kids with 6 different women. And 4 of those babies were born in 2025 alone. He was building a whole lineup out here. On top of that, in December 2025, he was facing a felony strangulation charge involving an alleged incident with his former chef. He denied the accusations, calling them completely false. But that wasn't all. There were also defamation lawsuits, allegations of assault involving an influencer, and so much baby mama drama. It made Offset's situation look simple. At that point, the warning signs weren't small. They were loud.
That's absolutely absurd. That's first of all. But second of all, if you believe that just because of her name or her brand, that is going to make a tiger change his stripe.
And this is the part that really hurt people watching all of this unfold. Because Cardi saw the red flags. She wasn't blind. Reports say she set clear rules early in the relationship. She told Diggs straight up, if you mess up, if another woman comes out with a baby after we make this official, it's over. No second chances. No excuses. She was trying to learn from what happened with Offset. She was trying to protect her peace. But somehow, the same pattern found her again. Now, let's bring Offset back into the picture. When Cardi first went public with Diggs around April 2025, Offset acted calm after their Coachella videos went viral. He even said he was happy for her. But that "I'm happy for you" energy didn't last long. By June 2025, Offset posted, then quickly deleted, a tweet calling Cardi's new relationship good PR. And everybody read that as straight shade. Then in September, when Diggs debuted with the Patriots, Offset jumped online again. This time he posted just one word, trash, with an emoji to match. By December 2025, rumors were spreading about a possible club altercation between Offset and Diggs. Cardi denied it, but it was obvious the tension between those two men was building. Slowly, quietly, getting hotter. Then January 2026 happened. After Diggs was hit with that strangulation charge, which he denies, Offset posted something that felt almost prophetic. 2 simple words. I won. No hashtags. No explanation. Nothing extra. But everyone knew exactly what he meant. Anyone following this messy love triangle understood. And you could almost feel the petty satisfaction through the screen.
I think it's funny to be like, Offset won the Super Bowl, but I truly,
That's hilarious.
I truly do believe.
That's hilarious.
People started joking, saying, Offset won the Super Bowl. And honestly, in a dark, petty, ironic way, it was kind of funny. Because Offset didn't actually do anything to win. He didn't change. He didn't grow. He didn't suddenly become a better man. He just sat back and waited. He let the new guy mess it up on his own. And when everything crashed and burned, on the biggest stage in American sports, Offset was right there watching, popcorn ready. Then a parody fan account called All-A-Rapsis, a self-proclaimed Nicki Minaj fan page, posted something that perfectly captured the internet's mood. The post blew up, over 6 million views. It said Cardi and Stefon Diggs had unfollowed each other, reminded everyone she just had his baby 2 months ago, and repeated the rumor about him sneaking another woman into his hotel room after the loss. Then it ended with a bold line, Diggs is worse than Offset. The post even included a manipulated clip of Margot Robbie, likely from The Wolf of Wall Street, edited to look like she was rapping the diss in a Barbie-style persona. It was fan wars, celebrity drama, and AI edits all mixed into one viral moment. You really can't make this stuff up. But that main question stuck with people. Is Diggs really worse than Offset? Offset cheated throughout a 7-year marriage, but Cardi had history with him. They had 3 kids, years of memories. With Diggs, the whole relationship exploded in less than 2 years. And now there's a 2-month-old baby in the middle of it. The speed of how fast everything fell apart, that's what made it feel even worse. So in the end, nobody really won. Not Cardi, not Diggs, not Offset. A relationship fell apart. A baby is caught in the middle. And the internet turned it into entertainment. Maybe the real lesson here? Sometimes the biggest L isn't losing the Super Bowl. It's repeating the same pattern, thinking the ending will be different. And this time, the whole world was watching.